fearless leader, Clay Travis, reported that Derrick Henry may be back for the playoffs. Well, guess what? Yesterday, the Titans announced Derrick Henry. He is starting a window to return to the playoffs. That makes this game this weekend for the Titans really important. Why? Well, because if the Titans win, they get the 1 seed. Guess what happens with the 1 seed? You don't have to play in the first round. There's one bye in the NFL this year in each division, each conference. And if the Titans get the 1 seed, that's, guess what? Another week for Derrick Henry to come back. And make no mistake, we love us some Jonathan Taylor. We do here in Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, to me, is the most exciting, best running back I've seen since Barry Sanders, and the best overall football player that I've seen. And I'm talking about a running back that blocks. I'm talking about a running back that catches passes, breaks tackles, all those things since Walter Payton. In my world, nobody has ever been better than Walter Payton as a football player. Tom Brady throws passes, Walter Payton blocks. Tom Brady, I get it. Walter Payton never won except for one Super Bowl, and then for whatever the reason, he didn't handle it very well when they let Fridge Perry score. I digress. But to me, Jonathan Taylor is the best football player. But the most dominant running back in the league, and it wasn't even close, was Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was on pace to go ahead and get himself a couple thousand yards. Derrick Henry got hurt. It took like 4 weeks for anybody to catch up to where Derrick Henry was, Jonathan Taylor to catch up, to where Derrick Henry was in terms of leading rusher in the NFL. I got to tell you, Derrick Henry coming back, that's bad business. That's really bad business for everybody involved, mostly my beloved Colts. I digress. But hey, guess what? Who had it? Outkick had it. Man, once we start scooping things, it's on. It'll be like Outkick and Barstool, and that'll be it for everything. Speaking of Barstool, the Big Cat's coming on around 10:30. Speaking of Barstool, and she's not associated with it, but Allison Williams is coming on around 9:30. Baker Mayfield to have surgery is going to miss the last game. You know what? Good for Baker Mayfield. Seriously. Baker Mayfield, look, I don't know whether he's going to be the Cleveland Browns quarterback or not. Let's be honest. Who knows? Nobody knows. I mean, the truth of the matter is Baker Mayfield may be the best option that they have, whether you like him, whether you dislike him. And you're sitting there as the Browns owner, the Browns GM, the Browns coach, Stefanski, and you're like, do we go forward with this guy? Browns fans are going to jump up and down and say no. Okay, the question then becomes, who are we going to go with? If not Baker Mayfield. You're going to draft somebody in this draft? Maybe. Who are you going to get? You're going to go with Teddy Bridgewater or any of these other guys that continue to recycle? I don't know, man. It looks like it's ride or die with Baker Mayfield. You can rationalize it and you can sell it to your team and you simply say, hey, guess what? Baker was hurt. You all knew it. We're going to shore up the line so he doesn't get tackled, sacked 9 times. I get it. Sean Black says Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback the Browns have had in 30 years. Hey, look, Sean Black's the president. Go to the YouTube chat and you'll see. He is. He's also, I should say, I don't know if he is or not, but he made up Dan Dakich's fan club t-shirts. And Sean Black's really smart, so if he says it, I'll believe it. I don't think he's better than Brian Sipe, though. Come on. Mike Phipps? Well, 30 years, that's 90. That's not Sipe. Bernie Kosar? When Bernie quit? Bernie's my age. He had to be playing in the 90s. Was Bernie better? I don't know. Anyway, it's interesting because, and this happens in your town too. I don't like the quarterback. Okay, who do you want to replace him? And you know what everybody's going to say? I want Deshaun Watson. That's what they're going to say. Mark my words. Deshaun Watson will be rumored for every team in the NFL that is looking for a quarterback. All right, Kyrie Irving tonight, I think right here in Indianapolis, is going to make his return. I think Kyrie Irving's an interesting dude, man. It's always the same people. The earth is flat. I'm not going to play. Whatever. I don't care. Kyrie Irving may be the most interesting / annoying player, non-crime division. Like, I don't think Kyrie Irving ever commits a crime. Kyrie Irving's really smart, actually. Kyrie Irving says really dumb things. Maybe he's got a rap video dropping like AB. I don't know. But Kyrie Irving, to me, is an interesting dude. Best finisher in the NBA. Nobody can shoot layups in, around, over, through than Kyrie Irving. Dangerous player. Saw him with, who the hell was he with? Boston? They came into Indianapolis during the playoffs, and look, Pacers could stop everyone. They had nothing for him. So I'm fascinated tonight at Kyrie Irving. Maybe his return. See, in Indiana, we ain't mad at you. In Indiana, with the mask stuff and the vaccine stuff, here's our logic in Indiana. You ready for it? I went to the Colts game on Sunday. Indiana, we allow 60,000 people. May I say that again? 65, I don't know, whatever the hell the place holds, in a closed roof, to attend the Colts game without a mask. We don't care. Now, it says mask recommended. That's fine. But the truth of the matter is, you got some slob-eating nachos drooling on you. You got some drunk dude yelling at you. You got all kind of stuff. And then right down the street at Manual High School, in a class of 30 people, everybody's got to sit like 1,000 yards apart from each other with masks on. And they're our most healthiest people. I mean, look, I understand CNN the other day finally figured it out. Hey, if you're a fat ass, you might have a better chance of getting, wait for it, COVID. Oh, well, when you go to Indiana, you live in Indiana, you go to a Colts game, there are 3 things, as I've told you, we love to do in Indiana. 1, we like to eat us some pork tenderloins and eat us some shrimp and shrimp cocktail. For a landlocked state, other than Lake Michigan, we love us some shrimp and some shrimp sauce. 2, we'll smoke anything. In Indiana, we'll smoke it, we'll chew it, we'll drive down the street spitting, we'll play golf, we'll be in meetings. If it can go in our lip and in our lungs, we're going to do it. We don't mind even a little bit. And number 3, we're going to drive in the left lane like nobody's business. Nobody drives in the left lane like Indiana. In Indiana, driving in the left lane means you're physically imposing. It's like ego takes over. That's what we can do in Indiana. So we're fat, we smoke, and we can't drive. But in Lucas Oil Stadium, we, being fat, don't care. We'll let you slobber all over us. So Kyrie Irving, where am I going with this? So Kyrie Irving should be very comfortable tonight at the Pacers game in Gainbridge Field. We're his kind of people. We are. We ain't masked up. I don't think they're masked up at the Pacer game. They are at Indiana games, IU. We ain't masked up. Come on in. Come on, Kyrie. We don't care if you're vaxxed. We don't care if you're 750 pounds and you're sneezing on somebody next to you. Perfect place for Kyrie Irving to make his debut. And from a basketball perspective, here's what's going to happen. The Pacers stink. And I mean, they don't like each other. They're playing guys you never heard of. So Kyrie Irving going to go drop 50 tonight. And everybody and their mother is going to jump up and down again, stand on their heads, and poop snowballs at how good Kyrie Irving looks. And I'm going to say, wait a second. He just scored 30 against Dwayne Washington, who I love. But come on. That's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. That's a guarantee. That is an absolute guarantee. Perfect place to come back. We told you this was going to happen. We told you that there were going to be guys, gals, that aren't going to vote for Aaron Rodgers because he is a meanie. Hub Arkush is a legendary Chicago sports figure. I don't know Hub Arkush, but I used to read his Pro Football Digest book 100 years ago. So if it's possible, Hub Arkush is older than me. Hub Arkush on a radio show on the Score 670 with a guy named Danny Parkins said, "I'm not voting for Aaron Rodgers because he's the biggest jerk in the league." Now look, full disclosure, I listened to the interview and he said, hey, Rodgers is probably going to win. Now, if you take this for what it's worth, a Chicago writer who got told he was owned by Aaron Rodgers, as the entire state of Illinois and certainly the city of Chicago was told by Aaron Rodgers, that he owns them, I can see a Chicago writer being that petty. But I've also told you this is going to happen. If he comes out and says, hey, look, I'm voting for Tom Brady because, frankly, I think Tom Brady, with all the injuries that they've had, has carried his team more. I'm voting for Jonathan Taylor because, frankly, I think Jonathan Taylor as a running back, I got no problem with that. But we all knew this was coming. We did. And everybody's so sensitive in the media that when you say, like, it affected his sensibilities, young Arkush. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't really matter. None of it matters. And then, of course, Parkins and everybody got all upset. And then they took on Clay Travis because, frankly, taking on Clay Travis might get you more listeners. It might make you more interesting. Okay? I get it. And I don't know Danny Parkins, but I do know the station, and I like the station. I like everybody involved with the station. So at the end of the day, you're going to see more of this. You are. You're going to see more people. Maybe not as stupid as Hub Arkush for saying it out loud. You know what I mean? If you say it out loud, then we got to come at you because the sensitivity, the softness, we all know it's there in our sports media. Criticize any sports media guy and watch him go nuts or claim victim status. Robert Smith, look at this. Look at this beauty. You want to know what we're about in Indiana? This bad boy right there. You see the bun? Do you see the bun and you see the tenderloin? That's right. That's what we eat, people. You put a pickle or two on it. You put a little mayo on that bad boy. Some of you like barbecue sauce. That's what we eat. We go big with the breaded tenderloin. Third Base Lounge, I think it's a strip joint now. But before it was a strip joint, my friend Larry Holtz owned it, and he had the best tenderloins in southern Indiana. And they were that big, and that bun is actual size. We'll eat some tenderloins. We'll tell you about some shrimp sauce. You know how big we are in shrimp sauce? Hey, Lee, did you know Joey Chestnut moved here? No. Yeah, that's how big we are on shrimps here. I live on a lake. I don't think they get the shrimps out of this lake. I don't think they go to Lake Michigan. We got to import them, and we love them. The college football playoff is coming this weekend. I guarantee you the first thing anybody says is, hey, can we get in St. Elmo's? Why? Legendary shrimp. Telling you, St. Elmo's is great. The owners are awesome. The shrimp is fantastic. It's my first date here in town with my wife. I love St. Elmo's, but we'll eat us some shrimp. I ain't lying. All right, what else we got here? Klay Thompson to return on Sunday. Now, Klay Thompson, to me, makes basketball more fun. Klay Thompson, to me, makes basketball more interesting. Klay Thompson makes me want to watch hoops. Why? I'm not sure. There's a lot of guys out there that can shoot the basketball. There's a lot of guys out there that'll go ahead and knock in a bunch of jump shots. There's a lot of guys out there that, basically rely on the three. But you know what? He just does it cooler. I don't know why. Like, when I would watch baseball, Bernie Williams became one of my favorite players. He was a center fielder for really good, great Yankee teams. And my son asked me, why do you like Bernie Williams? You're a Cub fan. And I go, I don't know. He's just cool. He's just cool. He's just like, he's smooth. He's cool. I like him. Same thing with Klay Thompson. Like, I understand that Steve Kerr is America's sports leader, him and that clown Popovich. They tell us how we're supposed to live when all of them had a silver spoon in their mouth. So I don't necessarily like Golden State, but man, do I like Draymond Green. Man, do I like Steph Curry, and man, do I like Klay Thompson. So I'm excited that Klay Thompson's back. I'm excited that the best backcourt in NBA, shooting backcourt in NBA history is back. I am. That's what I like to. I don't know why. You tell me. We're on Twitter at Outkick. We're on Twitter at Dan Dakich. You tell me, why do I like Klay Thompson? I don't know. I just think the dude is smooth. I just think the dude will go back, shoot him in, and be cool about it. His dad was cool, Michael. I'm sure his mom is cool. I don't know. I just like him. I've never been the guy that loves old tough and gritty. I was never a big Pete Rose fan. I've never been the third team all conference guy that tries real. I just like cool. And he's cool. He's really cool. I like George Gervin. I can finger roll. I don't know. But Klay Thompson coming back to me is going to make the NBA far, far, far more interesting.